Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I am of that number. So this video I wanted to speak a little bit about seeking the Lord, all right, specifically Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to take. I may have to split it in two, as a matter of fact. So let's go ahead and start there in Isaiah 55 and verse 6. It reads, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near." Now, I just want to go into, and that's an important thing, man. Why would it say, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found"? All right. Why would it say this? All right, let's go to this seek ye. All right.
Strong's H 1875. Darash. Darash.
Verb. Okay. Action. It says seek, inquire, all right, search. Okay. It says to resort to, seek, seek with care, man. All right. Inquire, require. It says to resort to frequently. All right. It says frequent, but resort to frequently, right? To consult, inquire of, seek. All right. It says to seek deity in prayer and worship. All right. To seek with a demand, to investigate, inquire, to ask for, to practice. It says to study, to follow. Right? Seek with application. You got to apply yourself when you're seeking. All right? It doesn't just come with, when it says seek ye the Lord, it doesn't just mean calling on the wrong names and expecting something. All right? You have to know the right names. Okay? And you have to apply yourself. It said study and to practice, to seek with care, to allow oneself to be inquired of, which is the Lord. All right? But now let's go back and look at this other word. All right, seek ye the Lord, all right, whose name is Yahweh. Yahweh is whom the world ignorantly calls God. God is a title and a trait, but his name is Yahweh. All right, and his son, whom is also a God, his name is Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, seek him while he may be found. Let's go in here and look at that, what that means.
Strong's H 4672. Matzah. Matzah.
All right. Attain to find. All right, let's go. To be found, to be encountered, to be discovered, to be detected, to be gained, be secured. All right, let me see. All right, to seek him while he may, or while, what was that? Okay, so you can be secured. You have to seek him. Plus, now is the time to study. All right, there's so many lies out here that, again, if you aren't of the elect, you're going to be fooled. It said that if it were possible, the elect would even be fooled, but it's not possible. All right, so We have to seek the Lord, all right, while he may be found. There's going to be times down here. There are times down here where it's going to be hard to hear the truth of the word. Okay, they're going to start taking down the internet. You're going to have to be. You're going to have to receive something in order to get on the internet. All right, and then they're going to control what's on there. Okay, so call upon the Lord. What does that mean?
Strong's H 7121. Kara. Kara.
All right, it says to call out, recite, read, cry out, proclaim. All right, and this is a command that we're reading right here. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Okay, cry out. All right, while he is near. Okay, let's see what that near is.
Strong's H 7138. Karov. Karov.
All right, of a personal relationship. All right, show that you do love him. All right, you have to apply yourself. All right, so while it is time, while we are in this grace period, use it what you're supposed to be using it for. If you say you love him and the Lord loves you, all right, exercise that personal relationship and call on him while he is near. Okay? All right, and in doing so, what does it say in the next verse? Isaiah 55:7. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord. All right, you're going to call him for no reason. You're going to call on him for no reason. Just call on him until you get what you want and then walk away from that relationship. Okay? Return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. And this is what the mission is. This is what we hope for our sins to be blotted out. All right? None of us are perfect. All right? I wanted to try another, let me see something really quick. All right, let's go on. So even David and Solomon, as great as they were, all right, they were told the same thing. Seek ye the Lord, okay? Call upon him, all right? This is First Chronicles 28:8. It says, now therefore, in the sight of all Israel, the congregation of the Lord, and in the audience of our God, keep and seek for all the commandments of the Lord your God, that ye may possess this good land and leave it for an inheritance for your children after you forever. And thou, Solomon, my son, know thou the God of thy father, and serve him with a perfect heart and with a willing mind. For the Lord searcheth all hearts, and understandeth all the imaginations of the thoughts. If thou seek him, he will be found of thee. But if thou forsake him, he will cast thee off forever. And I want to go into this cast off, but all right, again, you have to apply yourself. All right, you have to seek this relationship that you had or that you have with the Lord. If you have it, you're going to seek it and hold on to it. If you don't have it, you won't do what is told to you here. All right, let's go in here and look at cast thee off. All right, this is it.
Strong's H 2186. Zanach. Zanach.
All right, it says cast off, cast away, turn away. All right, if you don't seek him, all right, if you don't do the things that are commanded you in these scriptures to the best of your ability, because that is a trait of the remnant and the elect, that they would seek him, call upon him, and to the best of their ability, do the things that they were supposed to do, all right, to show their relationship. They would apply themselves to this truth. But if you don't, all right, you'll be cast off, cast away, turned away. All right, you'll be removed. It says removed afar off. All right, some more. It says to cast off, reject, spurn. It says to forcefully reject someone. All right, to stink, emit stench, become odious. All right, it'll be a sour smell in the nose of the Most High, man. Those of you who do such. I wanted to find something else in here because it mentioned, okay, down here it says stink, emit stench. It says become rancid of oil, etc. All right, so you become a rancid smell in the Lord's nose, man. Okay, not a pleasing smell, okay, to the Lord. So you will be cast off. Because in essence, if you don't do this, what you're saying is that you don't need the Lord, man. All right. So let's go ahead and move to these other scriptures. It says, this is Psalm 14:2 now. It says, the Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. All right. When you have the understanding, when you have the fear of the Lord, you start doing these things. All right. You start understanding, start getting that wisdom that we talked about in the last series. All right. You start to seek the Lord more and more every day, man. You start to see him around. All right. He's signs that he is near is here. And they've always been here. The sign that he is a living God, the living God. All right. Okay. But what are Israelites doing these days? All right. Psalm 14:3, it says, they are all gone aside. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, not one. Okay. None of us do good, but for the truth to be down here and you to turn your back on it, all right, you still stuck. All right, you don't uh, have that characteristic that the remnant and the elect have of being dead, being filthy. Okay, but cleaning themselves with this word. All right, that's the point. Okay, we become filthy learning and walking in the ways of these other people, these other nations. All right, we're supposed to be cleaned by this word. All right, baptized by the Spirit. And again, made clean. All right. But there are people who have not cleansed their filthiness, have not awakened. Okay. It says Matthew 7:8. It says, for everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Again, seek ye the Lord, man. Repent. Come back to the Lord. All right, and walk in these ways. None of them take away from your life. They add life. All right, but you too happy in your soothing life because you this world lets you do all the things you want to do, as unclean as they are. All right, you'd rather stay in that filth. All right, but then you want to come back to the Lord and beg when something is going bad. All right, you've heard a lie about the Lord. You've heard rumors about the Lord. All right, but you don't want to listen to the whole truth. Okay, you'd rather take the example that best fits your life the way it is. All right, we are to be changed. All right, put on the new man. Get rid of that old man. All right, again, it's only a sign of the remnant and the elect. All right, again, Matthew 7:8. Let me start at 7:7. The heading above 7 and 7 reads prayer and the golden rule. It says, ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. All right? None of us deserve to know this truth. None of us. All right? We have come back to find out who we are, who our enemies are, the meaning of life. Okay? Why not come back to our power, man? Unless you are just stuck in your filthiness. All right? Again, though, these are signs of the remnant and the elect. Just because you prove to be a good person in this world, that doesn't mean anything. All right? This world is wicked. All right? You're a good person when it comes to being wicked, man. And the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. All right? You're supposed to come this way. That other way is easy, it's simple. Okay? You don't have to really apply yourself. All they wanted to ever do was separate you from your power, get you to deny them, and you not want to listen to the truth. That's what you're doing. Okay? And then when you get in trouble, when something goes wrong, or when something goes, you think you get a little crumb from this world, you think that's the Lord telling you that you doing the right thing to stay in this world. Nah, man. That's you're unbalanced. Right? He does not want you to be a part of this world. He said to be holy, set apart. And it is as simple as being sincere and repenting, seeking the Lord, all right, inquiring of Him. All right? I ask people a lot, all right, if they have any questions. Don't hesitate if you have any questions, but people in that herd mentality, they're comfortable, so they don't want to ask any questions, man. They're good. They don't need anything. And days are coming, man, where they were going to be wanting to know this truth. Then they're gonna want to prove to the Lord that they love Him. All right, instead of listening to the truth now. All right, you want to wait till it gets a little bit more harder before you decide that you need the Lord. All right, that's not how it works, man. We're supposed to come to the Lord despite what's going on. Now, all right? Now is the best time to come. If you want to put a time on it, do it now, okay? Matthew 7 and 8 again, for everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. And it's that simple. But you won't know until you take that first step. Unless you have the fear of the Lord, you're not going to know. All right? Matthew 7 and 9, or what man is there of you, whom if his son asked bread, will he give him a stone? All right? Same thing with our Heavenly Father, man. He wants you to live. All right? But you have to choose this way. You can't choose both the worldly way and this way at the same time. It just doesn't work that way, man. Ain't no half stepping in this. All right, Luke 13 and 24, strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. All right, sooner or later, when the trouble comes, you're going to seek to enter in. All right, but you ain't going to be able to. It's going to be it. And even on this side, it says strive to enter in. Let's get that.
Strong's G75. Agonizamai. Agonizamai.
It says to enter a contest. All right, they call this a race. All right, to enter a contest, contend. It says to contend for your crown. All right, or that's a saying in the truth. I can't necessarily remember the verse. All right, but there's a saying in Israel: contend for your crown, man. It says to contend with adversaries, fight. We have to contend with adversaries also. Right? When you don't realize that you have a demon on your back when you come against his truth or when you try to deny it. Right? So when you come up to us asking non-sincere questions, or when you say something that is void of truth, we can tell. Right? And your attitude lets us know that you are an adversary at that point. A demon is on your ass, man. Okay? It says to contend with adversaries, fight. And that don't mean physically. All right, we're fighting a spiritual war right now. All right, it says metaphor to contend, struggle with difficulties and dangers. Okay, prepare thy soul for temptation. Let me get that really quick, and I can't think of All right, hold on. Hold on. Man, hold on. What the? All right, hold on a second, man. Hold on, man. Hold on a second. Give me a minute, man. I can't find this. Tell you what, if I find this, I best not forget. I know I should have known, man. All right. Excuse me. It's in the Apocrypha, chapter 2. Man, hold on. Damn. Let me go back to this original. Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and 1. It says, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right, so we have to deal with difficulties, even being in this truth, man. Even more so, being on this truth. All right, we know we have the targets on our backs. We know we're going to get beheaded. All right, the world can't handle the truth. We're going to get scoffed at. Families going to turn their back on us or treat us like strangers, outcasts, black sheeps, whatever. I'm not saying we feel a type of way because of that, because we have prepared our soul for temptations. All right, we know we have difficulties and dangers and things to contend with coming. All right, we understand this. Okay, but that doesn't deter us. Let me go back to this verse again. Strive to enter in at the straight gate. Let's see what that is. All right, this is a word for straight.
Strong's G 4728. Stenos. Stenos.
All right, narrow, straight. Okay, let me see. Now I thought that this word went back to difficult. Let me look at this really quick. This is Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. You know, like when you hear that saying, dire straits. Let me look this up though. Hold on. And we walk through these gates of the gate of difficulty, man. It's not easy. Walking in the way of the world is easy. Hold on. Hold on. All right, hold on a second. It says stenos, narrow, from obstacles standing close about, straight. All right, this way has a lot of obstacles, man. Like we just read in that that definition um of striving to, or I forget the definition we was reading of now, but Anyway, let me read this. Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many be there which go in thereat. All right, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, be and few there be that find it. All right, that was Matthew 7:14. This is Luke 13:24. Strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. Hold on a second. The definite here. Here we go.
Straight.
Extending continuously in the same direction without curving. All right. Having no waves or bends. Okay. Not bent or bowed, rigid. Okay. Let me see this. Okay. Set, stand, to cause or make to stand, to place, put, set. Here, I'll do this one. Let's see. All right. Dire straits. All right. A difficult position. All right. A state of extreme distress. Okay. All right. That's just a worldly example of what, a little bit more on that word straight. But let's go back now. Strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able to. All right. So in your time of distress, when you find out that it's too late, all right, when you find out that that road that you took is the wrong road, all right, pretty soon here in the future, a lot of things are going to start clicking to a lot of people that what they were told was true. They're going to start thinking, man, that's all I had to do was just listen, man, take heed, seek the Lord while he may be found. It was all right there. All right. But then you're going to seek to enter in, and it's just not going to work. All right. Or even now, people will seek to enter in, all right, and are just being blocked. All right. That's why this thing of faith, this gift, all right, of faith is a gift. Okay. It puts you on this straight path. All right. Let's go to another one. Hebrews 4:7. Uh, all right. It says Hebrews 4:7. It reads again. He limiteth Hold on, let me see. Man. Let me start at Hebrews 4 and 6. Seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein, and they whom it was first preached entered not in because of unbelief. That's ultimately what it goes back to. The reason why you don't pay attention to this truth, you don't believe. You really have no faith. All right, I don't know what that word means in the world, but as far as what it really means in this truth, not everybody has it, man. Hebrews 4 and 7, again, he limiteth a certain day, saying in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. And a lot of people, all right, their hearts are hardened. Let's look at that really quick. Harden.
Strong's G 4645. Skleruno. Skleruno.
All right, to make hard, harden, it says metaphor. It says to render obstinate, stubborn. All right, to be hardened, to be obstinate or stubborn. And the Lord put that spirit on you again. Okay. Let's look up that word for stubborn. Let's look up stubborn. All right. Adjective. It says refusing to change one's mind. Oh, here's the word. Hold on.
Stubborn.
Refusing to change one's mind or or course of action despite pressure to do so. Unyielding or resolute. Okay. Synonym is obstinate. What is obstinate?
Obstinate.
Stubbornly adhering to an attitude, opinion, or course of action. Oh, man. All right. Hey, it says difficult to manage, control, or treat. Okay, so back in stubborn, it says characterized by a refusal to change one's mind or course of action. Dogged and persistent. What is dogged?
Dogged.
Stubbornly persevering. Damn. Stubbornly persevering, tenacious. All right, you get the idea of it, Lord willing. All right, hold on a second. All right, so that was the definition of stubborn. It said again, he limiteth a certain day, saying in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. All right, and that's what people choose to do when they hear this truth and they just, brush it off or come up with an excuse in their head to just go ahead and go their own way. That they don't have to change. What do you think repenting is, man? All right, what do you think repentance is or repenting? All right, Deuteronomy 4 and 7, it says, for what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for? All right, there is no other nation that can do this, man. All right, we are whom he chose. We are who he loves. All right, so why do you not listen to him? Why don't you understand his voice? Because you're actually not his, man. All right, your father is the God of this world. Hey, worse than that, your father is the man that pretends to be the God of this world. He installed that personality in you. You have the same spirit as him, rebellious. Okay? At Deuteronomy 4 and 8, and what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law? All right, there is no other nation that have the things that we have, man. All right, the Lord put all of this here for us. Right, He found the ways to immortality and gave it to us. All we gotta do is obey Him. I, I mean, again, what people are doing is saying that they don't believe really. Right, they say they believe with their lips, but their actions show different. They say they have faith with their lips, but their actions show different. Okay, this man has put a battery in the back. The spirit, the wicked spirit of this world, has put a battery in most people's backs, man, especially most Israelites. You hear the words laws, statutes, and commandments. That's your kryptonite. But you live by this world's laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, you want to stay in this world. That's just wild to me, man. And this world ain't giving you anything that you got, really. You haven't given you anything that you have. Deuteronomy 4 and 8 again. And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. All right, stay in these things, man, before you forget, before you veer off this path of light. Okay, and then you're not even able to teach your sons these things, man. The world will take them. The world, if you don't teach them, all right, the world's gonna take them, man. All right, I mean, uh, Lord willing, they don't. All right, the Lord can. That's not to say that the Lord can't, you know, let you get caught up in the world, but take your son. But the chances, all right, it'll be better off for you. Believe me, if you, if you just take heed to the Lord, man, and raise your kids up in these ways. All right, so that you can be able to teach Israel. Okay, that again, that's the highest office an Israelite man can hold. Okay, so where do we start off here? Deuteronomy 4 and 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon for him? All right. Israel is that nation that is so great, that has these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay, but not all Israel is doing this. Okay, Psalm 145 and 18, the Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him, and to all that call upon him in truth. You can run out here and say, please God, God this, God that, right? That's not calling upon the Lord, man. Okay, what is his name? All right, and it mentioned to all that call upon him in truth. What's the truth of this, of all of this? All right, you don't know because you haven't taken heed. Okay, again, you hear laws, statutes, and commandments, and really, probably after laws, you run the other way. All right, but the Lord is nigh unto all them that call upon him. The ones that take the first bit of advice that we read at the beginning of this: seek ye the Lord. All right, call upon him while he is near. What was that again? Oops. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Attributes of the remnant and the elect. We are the only ones that are going to do this. This is why we say that this gospel is only for the remnant and the elect, not even all Israel. If you're not taking heed to this, why would this be for you? All right, this is for us. You're mentioned in this thing as an example. The Lord lets us know everyone's lot, and we get to see y'all playing y'all lot, even us. That's not to say that we know that we are chosen. All right, but we realize that we are in the Lord's movie. He controls everything. He gives us attributes of the ones who would call on him and seek him in truth and sincerity and be his, as far as being Israelites. And then those that are Israelites that just won't praise him. All right, try to give his praise and his glory to another, whether that be to an idol, whether that be to another man, or whether that be to yourself. All right, we're seeing this, man. And the Lord is near to us. Lord willing, I am of that number. All right. Another attribute of the remnant and the elect. James 4:8. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Again, we're not coming from a place of perfection. We're coming from a place of being sinners, all right, being double-minded, all right, not calling on the Lord. Okay, we're in the same position that a lot of you 2/3 were in. Okay, but again, we started seeking the Lord. We fear the Lord, all right, in truth and sincerity. Because we know him in truth and sincerity, we fear him. You can't separate the two. Right? So we try to seek for the things that please the Lord, man. And also, we try to be holy, all right? As holy as we can be, set apart from this place. Okay? And on this road, we go through difficulties, like we spoke of earlier. All right, being a part of the Lord doesn't mean that everything is all easy down here. As a matter of fact, your perception of things, all right, it gets tougher down here, man. You realize how terrible and evil this place is, how dirty and anti Hamashiach it is, man. It's difficult being down here and seeing all this shit, man. Not only do we have to deal with other nations going against the Lord, but our own. I'll read the next one. James 4:9. It says, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy to heaviness. And that's what happened when we turn to this truth. All right, not everything that was funny is funny anymore, man. All right, not everything that used to bring you joy brings you joy. This shit is heavy. We was under a heavy spell celebrating these holidays, just going along with everything. Just because it so-called felt good to be a part of these holidays with your family as a tradition. All right, traditions of men. All right, different things bring us joy now. All right, different things bring us laughter. We have changed. All right, a lot of things in this. Don't get me wrong. There's some things in this world that used to be funny and are still funny, but for the most part, this shit is disgusting down here, man. All right, the water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, we're not as disgusting. We are at least trying to get clean by washing ourselves in this word. All right, but you have to draw nigh unto your power, man. James 4:8. Draw nigh unto your power, and he will draw nigh unto you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. All right, your heart goes back to lob, which is mind. Let me go ahead and get to this really quick. Hold on. It says the soul or mind, as it is the fountain and seat of the thoughts, passions, desires, appetites, affections, purposes, endeavors. Okay. The word in this New Testament, though, is
Strong's G 2588. Cardia. Cardia.
all right. So again, draw nigh to God. Let me get that really quick. Draw nigh.
Strong's G 1448. Angizo. Angizo.
All right. To draw or come near to approach. All right. Again, you have to apply yourself, man. The Lord is, yes, the Lord is everywhere. All right. But you have to draw nigh to him. Okay. All right. Let me see. Isaiah 45:19. It says, I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declared things that are right. All right. So we don't learn these things and keep it in secret, man. But you do have to learn from men. All right. It's not anything different from the past. It's not anything different. Even Adam was told how to dress and keep the garden. Right? A lot of people don't even understand what that means, man. He was given commandments and he handed down those things. All right. So even the people that he taught got taught by somebody, man. All throughout time has been like this. All right. Moses. Okay. Yahweh Shai. People have a problem with learning from men. All right. If you listen to what they're saying, instead of worrying about who's delivering the message, you might learn something. I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. When you seek the Lord, all right, it amounts to something if you are sincere, if you have faith. Okay, these are treasures. All right, these other people do things in secret, but still y'all trust them. Okay, it really doesn't make any sense if you think about it, man. All right, let me read this next verse, Isaiah 45:20. Assemble yourselves and come, draw near together. Remember, this is a trait of the remnant and the elect. Assemble yourselves and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations, they that have no knowledge, that set up the wood of their graven image, and pray unto a God that cannot see or save. All right, these are the people you chasing after, the ones who set up images, idols. All right, we are the true and living God's possession, man. But you'd rather go after the creator or the creation instead of the creator. All right, Deuteronomy 30:11. For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is afar off. All right, so these things are not grievous, man. All right, and it's been the same thing from the beginning of time. All right, from when you open the pages in these scriptures, the Lord does not change. Okay, things that He tells us are clear now. The truth is here. The truth is here, and it's right on the other side of these phones. All right, there's a family member that knows the truth that tried to tell you somewhere down the line. All right, the Lord has shown you. All right, you probably just ignore the signs. Okay, let's uh let's read down a little bit. Mm. Let me start at Deuteronomy 30 and 10. It says, "If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law, and if thou turn unto the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul." All right, let me see. I want to see what that voice goes to. Hold on a second.
Strong's H 6963. Coal. Coal.
His voice, sound, noise, voice. All right. It says from an unused root meaning to call aloud, a voice or sound. And he tells his prophets to cry aloud. Okay? He tells his prophets to cry aloud, man. All right? And this truth is, when you hear it, all right, it's us singing this new song. All right? Do you recognize the voice of the Lord, man? You won't if you don't seek him. Okay? Hold on a second. Deuteronomy 30 and 11, "For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, Who shall go up for us to heaven, and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it." We'll already be in heaven, man. All right. "Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldest say, Who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it." It's right here. Okay. Deuteronomy 30 and 14, "But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it." Okay, and the heading right above Deuteronomy 30 and 15 reads, "Choose life." Okay, I'll read it though. Deuteronomy 30 and 15, "See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil." Man, I got to read Deuteronomy 30 and 16. "In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passes over Jordan to go to possess it." Man. Deuteronomy 30 and 19, "I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live." And we'll read that to you all day. You won't take heed. Something will happen to you or somebody in your family, and you'll go right back to asking why. All right. Deuteronomy 30 and 20. That thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. All right, seek ye the Lord, man. Quit turning y'all backs on the Lord. But we know y'all not going to hear this, man. All right, even though this truth is everywhere. Proverbs 8 and 1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? All right, y'all hear this truth so much that y'all mock it. We know that our families mock it when we get off the phone with them. They mock it when we send certain truths and texts. They mock it online because they see the truth going out on the corners. All right, they mimic the actions and the what do you call it? The tone and the pitch of the truth, but you never hear them speak the truth. What's really being said here? All right, you don't hear them mock the truth. As far as the words that they speak, they just did the actions. Monkey see, monkey do type shit, but they have no understanding. All right, monkeys don't understand why they mock certain actions. All right, but they just know they're mocking them. All right, man. But again, the only people that recognize this is the remnant and the elect. Okay, we don't expect any different. All right, but we are human, and we don't get surprised by you 2/3, but that's not to say that we're not disappointed. All right, just like the Lord. Okay, and not disappointed as in he's surprised. All right, it's just it has to be this way. Is what I mean. It has to be this way. The Lord knows everything is going exactly the way. All right, He spoke this to go. All right, again, He made this movie. All right, but us, it's a tough thing to see, man. At the same time, it got to be this way. All right, it's bittersweet. There we go. It's bittersweet. All right, let me check this time. Man, it's already been an hour. I'm going to cut this and I will be right back. All right. So, with that, call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth, and this is where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I am of that number, and Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.